So what we're going to do is we're going to switch gears a little bit, okay? So up to this point, our drawing and our modifying section of this course is over. We're really not going to do a lot of tools concerning those tasks after this point. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to move into some more abstract ways of dealing with AutoCAD, especially when you start to work with it in a professional setting. So what I want to do is I want to introduce the concept of external referencing, and we're going to cover this over a couple classes because it is a little weird to get into, and it's going to start to introduce paper space. Okay, just to begin with, what we want to do in the end is, if you look at this PDF that I open up, this is essentially what we want to create. So our task in the end is to create a drawing set, okay, off of which you can construct a project. So you'll see that these first two sheets, and this is actually for a project that I did and that is completed, and this was essentially a filing set that we had to submit to the Department of Buildings in order to get approved to start construction. So you have the first couple sheets are essentially what I call the fine print of the project, saying that, you know, these are the local codes you're going to follow, these are the, you know, special inspections, so on and so forth. After that, what you're going to get into is you're going to get into the demolition plans, and you're going to get into the proposed plans. So for this is a demolition plan, but what we have is we have our original plan that we're going to treat as though it were kind of like our demolition plan, but rather than being a full-fledged demolition plan, all it's going to do is it's going to show us the information and the project that was there before when we got there, okay? Continuing on, if I go into the next pages, you'll see that there are construction plans, okay? And that's what we're going to be doing. That's what our modified plan is for, okay? So this is our construction plan. This is a stair that we built. We're not going to get into anything like that, but what we're going to actually get into is designing a piece of furniture that goes within this plan, okay? And then we're going to work with a 3D model, and we're essentially going to create a set just like this at 11 by 17 format. That we can have, you know, as our portfolio piece at the end of class. Now, what we're going to do for this homework is we're going to create what's called a title block, okay? And there's going to be an example for you online on the LMS. And what that is you'll notice that every single sheet has essentially a border like this, okay? And then it has an area where it says the firm name, the contact information, the issues that you issue for the project. So every so often you want to keep track of, you know, when you issued it, okay, for what, you know, so it might be for, this one's for Department of Buildings, it might be for construction, it might be for revisions, it might be, you know, maybe back to the Department of Buildings, who knows. So that typically all goes in here. You have the project name of it, you have the sheet title, okay, and then you essentially have the sheet numbers, you know, the scale, the date, you know, project number, if you have that, anything like that. So essentially this is always on the right side, okay? Just to back up 1 second, is that construction sets are typically horizontal, okay? You'll never see them in vertical format. So ours is going to be in horizontal format, and this is going to be on the right, because what happens is usually you have your staples on the left, and then you're going to thumb through these pages to see where you want to get to, because essentially what you want to do is you want to be able to get to the information as quickly as possible, okay? So you'll notice that on the first sheet, we'll be adding a list of drawings, okay? And this will tell us what sheet it is, so that we can quickly just thumb through the corner and see which sheet it is and get to our information quickly. So that's, you know, basically the gist of it.